My name is Hlobisile Mashaba and I'm 20 years of age, and I find an interest in horse riding and equestrian in general because it's the only sport that has ever intrigued me. For me to get into the sport was because when I was in high school, I've tried every sport but nothing actually worked out until one day a friend of mine who did horse riding in Poch. So I went with her to a training once and I actually enjoyed it, and funny enough, I wasn't scared of being on a horse for the first time. And when I matriculated and I moved back to Joburg, I looked for a riding school, and that's when I found the Soweto Equestrian Center. I chose this one not because it's the closest to home, but it's because of the person who owns it, who's a living legend, and I've always been a fan of Mr. Mafokate, and he's actually a good coach. He gives you one-on-one training, he pushes you. I mean, with who you would have knew that for my first competition I would get trophies. I mean, I'm glad for him for giving me these opportunities, and with him I've been exposed to so many things, and many doors have opened because I would never been able to ride a horse in front of a whole stadium full of people. My plan is to actually be like him, following his footsteps, and him as my mentor. I've learned discipline in sport especially. I've never pictured myself doing like gymnastics on a moving horse. That's very dangerous. You're working with an animal here. It's not like with soccer. It's only you and your brain. Here it's two brains. It's the horse and yourself. Anything can happen. And a horse also sweats like any other person after doing an exercise. So you hose it down, you give it some water, you take your saddle, you clean your bridles and everything else that you've been using. And it's also a sense of responsibility because it's like you have your own baby. So you learn, okay, I can't just, okay, now I'm tired, I'm just going to leave and go home. No, there's a lot that you have to do. Because there's times here where it's like Malume pushes you so hard that to practice, where you feel like, you know what, I'm done. I'm never coming back to riding. But then when I look at my trophies and I look back and it's like, oh wow, hello. Here's what I'm working towards. And you're actually grateful after. I mean, when you're practicing in the sun and you feel like crying and you're like, you know what, I'm never coming back. But it actually works out at the end, like hard work pays off at the end.